Have you ever heard that 2 simple spicy foods could help bring high blood sugar down in just 9 minutes? No strict diets. What I'm about to share comes from an old Japanese doctor who spent decades treating seniors who struggled with the same sugar spikes you deal with today. His method is natural, fast, and surprisingly gentle on the body. Stop taking pills. Imagine waking up without that morning fog, without the shaky feeling after breakfast, and without fearing what your meter will show. These 2 foods don't require changing your entire routine or giving up the meals you love. It's just a tiny daily habit that quietly supports your sugar control from the inside out. Forget insulin. Picture feeling lighter, clearer, and more stable throughout the whole day. No complicated instructions, no expensive supplements, just real foods that work with your metabolism. Seniors across the country say it feels like their body finally remembers how to balance itself again. Stay with me until the end, because I'll show you exactly how this Japanese trick works and how to use these 2 spicy foods the right way. And if you're ready to feel hope again, write "morning balance" in the comments. It helps others believe they can improve too. Have you ever wondered why some seniors manage to control their blood sugar so quickly in the morning, while others struggle with spikes that appear out of nowhere? Many people believe it takes hours to see any change, but the truth is that your body can react much faster than you imagine when it receives the right trigger. No more guessing. What I'm about to share may help you understand why your mornings feel so unpredictable and how a simple adjustment could shift everything. You don't need strict diets or complicated routines to feel safe again. I once met a senior from New Mexico who told me that every morning felt like a gamble. He would eat the same oatmeal, drink the same tea, follow the same advice, yet his sugar numbers jumped all over the place. Some days he felt shaky, other days he felt heavy, and most mornings he just felt lost, unsure of what his own body might do next. Stop the fear. He wanted something natural, something simple, something that didn't make him feel like he was living on a timer, and that's when his story changed completely. During a routine checkup, his doctor, an elderly Japanese specialist who believed in natural metabolic stimulation, asked him a surprising question. "Do you use anything spicy in your breakfasts?" At first he laughed, thinking it made no sense. Why would spice matter? But the doctor explained that a tiny amount of heat-based compounds can trigger a rapid metabolic response inside the first minutes of the morning. And that's how he was introduced to pimenta cayena, a familiar ingredient he never imagined could help his sugar stay more stable. This man started adding just a small pinch of this spicy powder to his morning drink, and something unexpected happened. Within the first days, he noticed his numbers shifting faster than before, sometimes in under 10 minutes. He told me it felt like his body woke up instead of dragging through the morning. It wasn't magic, and it wasn't a cure, just a natural stimulus that helped his metabolism respond more quickly. No strict diets. He didn't change anything else in his routine, which made the results even more surprising to him. The most interesting part is that cayenne pepper creates a warm, gentle activation effect inside the body. This warmth doesn't burn or shock your system. Instead, it sends a subtle signal to increase circulation and encourage the body to use sugar more efficiently. Seniors often underestimate how small changes can create noticeable shifts. His doctor said it was like giving the metabolism a soft nudge instead of forcing it with pills. Stop taking pills. It became a morning habit he actually enjoyed. Each day that passed, he realized he didn't feel as sluggish after breakfast. The usual mid-morning crash seemed weaker, and the heavy, sleepy feeling didn't grip him the way it used to. He described it as feeling lighter without trying. That's the beauty of simple habits. They don't demand willpower or stressful adjustments. They support your body naturally, quietly, and consistently. This is something many seniors crave, but rarely find in complicated diabetic guidelines. What made his results even more fascinating is how quickly they happened. Most seniors expect improvements over weeks or months, but heat-based foods often produce immediate physiological responses. This doesn't mean it replaces medications or offers miracles, but it can help your body react more efficiently. It's like giving your metabolism a quick reminder of what to do. And for someone tired of unpredictable mornings, that reminder is powerful. Cayenne pepper works by stimulating thermogenic pathways. That may sound technical, but the meaning is simple. It gently warms the body and encourages better circulation. When circulation improves, sugar moves differently. It becomes easier for your body to use energy rather than letting it pile up in the bloodstream. Seniors who tried it often say the same phrase, "I felt my morning changing." without changing my life. And that's exactly the point. Another reason this ingredient is so helpful is that it requires almost no effort to use. A pinch in warm water, tea, or even sprinkled lightly on food can be enough. The man from New Mexico added it to his morning drink because it fit his routine perfectly. Easy changes work. He didn't feel overwhelmed or pressured, and that reduced stress alone already helped his daily control. Many people forget how much emotional weight affects blood sugar too. When he shared his experience with other seniors at a community center, several decided to test it themselves. Many reported similar sensations: less morning heaviness, more stable numbers before lunch, and fewer moments of sudden dizziness. It wasn't dramatic or miraculous, just steady, gentle support. For people who feel stuck, that small sense of progress is everything. It makes them believe improvement is still possible. One of the women in the group said something that stuck with me. "I didn't think something so tiny could make my morning feel so different." That's the reality for many seniors. They assume solutions need to be big, expensive, or complicated. But the truth is that the simplest habits often have the strongest impact because they're easy to stay consistent with. And consistency, not perfection, shapes long-term stability. Over time, this group developed their own routines. Mixing cayenne pepper with lemon water, herbal teas, or warm apple cider vinegar, they liked the flexibility. They didn't feel restricted or boxed into a strict formula, and that sense of freedom encouraged them to continue. After years of struggle, they were finally experiencing something that didn't feel like a chore or punishment. And for diabetic seniors, that emotional relief matters just as much as the physical one. The Japanese doctor who introduced this idea believed in the power of ancient methods. He said that traditional diets included natural stimulants like ginger, pepper, turmeric, and warm teas to support morning metabolism. His philosophy was simple: wake the body gently and the body will respond gently. That contrasts sharply with modern routines that expect immediate, forceful changes through medication alone. He often explained that seniors benefit the most from mild metabolic activation rather than extreme dietary shifts. That's why cayenne pepper became one of his most recommended ingredients. It wasn't about spice or flavor. It was about awakening internal processes that slow down with age. Many seniors feel stagnant, heavy, or slow in the morning, and gentle heat helps them feel more alive. This feeling alone gives them confidence to start the day. The man from New Mexico eventually shared that the best part wasn't even the numbers, it was the feeling of stability. He stopped fearing breakfast. He stopped feeling anxious about what his meter would reveal, and he stopped waking up with the sense that his body was working against him. Stability is powerful. For someone who lived with decades of unpredictability, this small shift meant everything. He continued using cayenne pepper daily, adjusting only the amount depending on how he felt. Some days he used a small pinch, other days he used a bit more. It gave him control, something seniors often miss. It reminded him that his body could still respond, still improve, still cooperate. No more hopelessness. When people feel like their body listens again, they naturally regain motivation to care for themselves. Over the next months, he noticed that his mornings felt less foggy. His energy remained steadier until lunchtime. And although he didn't change his meals dramatically, his sugar levels showed fewer dramatic swings. This stability brought peace into his home too. His family worried less, and he felt more confident going about his day without fear of sudden crashes or extreme highs. He once told me that he felt young inside again, not because he gained strength or speed, but because he regained clarity and control. Seniors don't want miracles. They want stability, predictability, and dignity. This ingredient offered exactly that. And the best part? It's accessible, affordable, and doesn't interfere with routine medications when used in small, safe amounts. Cayenne pepper also helped him reconnect with his body. He began to feel small internal signals he hadn't noticed before: slight warmth, smoother digestion, calmer mornings. These sensations gave him a sense of connection he had lost over the years. Seniors often feel disconnected from their own bodies, especially when diabetes overwhelms them. But small habits rebuild that trust. He encouraged others to try it as well, reminding them that consistency mattered more than quantity. A pinch a day is enough. The body responds to repetition. It adapts. It remembers. With time, these small morning changes create patterns of stability, and patterns lead to better managed days. When mornings improve, everything improves. Some seniors even reported that they felt more alert in the early hours, which reduced their risk of making mistakes with medication or meals. Feeling clear-headed can prevent overeating, support better food choices, and reduce stress, all of which naturally support healthier sugar patterns. Clarity matters. This is why many continued with this habit long-term, even after seeing early benefits. One unexpected benefit many shared was a reduced sense of heaviness in their legs legs. Although this isn't a sugar-specific effect, improved circulation can create that feeling. Seniors love this because it helps them move more without discomfort. Movement, even light movement, improves sugar control too. So this habit creates a domino effect that benefits multiple areas of health. Cayenne pepper also helps seniors who struggle with cold hands or slow digestion in the morning. The gentle heat stimulates these areas, helping the body start the engine. Many seniors describe it as warming the inside without discomfort. This internal warmth often sets the tone for a calmer, smoother, more predictable day. Another benefit is that this habit helps reduce emotional stress. When seniors feel more stable, they naturally feel more relaxed. Relaxation reduces stress hormones that can push sugar levels higher, so even indirectly, this simple habit supports balance. Peace inside helps outside. Emotional peace is just as important as physical management when dealing with diabetes. He eventually told me that cayenne pepper became more than a habit. It became a ritual, a moment of control, confidence, and reassurance each morning. Seniors need rituals that ground them, comfort them, and help them feel capable. This is why his routine became something he looked forward to instead of avoiding or fearing. And now, if you're curious to understand the second ingredient, the one that works alongside this spicy morning habit and helps balance sugar throughout the day, stay with me. The next part may surprise you even more and reveal how combining these natural methods can change your entire routine. Continue watching, because what comes next will make everything click inside your mind. Many seniors don't realize how much their blood sugar can change throughout the day, especially after lunch, when the body slows down a little and digestion becomes heavier and more unpredictable. For many people, this is the moment when energy drops, the head gets foggy, and the desire to lie down becomes almost impossible to ignore. Daily crashes are not normal. You don't need to accept this cycle just because you've lived with diabetes for years. There are small habits capable of transforming your afternoons without stress or fear. I once spoke with a woman from Georgia who said her afternoons were the hardest part of her day. Her mornings were manageable, but as soon as she finished lunch, she felt a wave of sleepiness, a tightness in her chest, and a feeling that her sugar was rising again. She felt stuck, like no matter what she ate, her body reacted unpredictably. No more afternoon panic. She wanted a simple way to keep herself balanced without having to constantly monitor every detail of her meals. During one of her routine appointments, her doctor asked if she had ever tried adding canola to her day. She was surprised because she had always associated cinnamon with desserts or holiday recipes, never imagining it could have any connection to blood sugar. The doctor explained that cinnamon contains compounds that help support insulin sensitivity and slow down the release of sugar into the bloodstream. Simple does not mean weak, and sometimes the gentlest habits are the most powerful for seniors. She started using cinnamon in very small amounts, a sprinkle in her morning tea, a pinch on fruit, sometimes mixed with warm water. Within a few days, she noticed something she hadn't felt in a long time. Her afternoons didn't hit her as hard. The sudden heaviness was weaker, her mind stayed clearer, and the urge to nap almost disappeared. For someone who had accepted exhaustion as part of her life, this was a shock. The doctor told her that cinnamon helps slow digestion slightly, which keeps sugar from entering the blood too quickly. This creates a smoother curve instead of a sharp spike, which is why many seniors feel calmer and more stable. Calm is everything. When sugar rises slowly, the body doesn't feel overwhelmed, and that reduces symptoms like dizziness, anxiety, and sudden fatigue. It also helps seniors stay in control instead of reacting to emergencies. One of the most impressive things she noticed was how cinnamon affected her cravings. She used to feel an intense desire to snack in the afternoon, sometimes without being hungry at all. But cinnamon naturally reduces sudden hunger by helping the body feel more balanced. This gave her a sense of empowerment she hadn't felt in decades. When your body stops screaming, your mind finally relaxes. She also realized that cinnamon made her digestion smoother. Seniors often deal with bloating, gas, and discomfort after meals, and these symptoms can make afternoons feel even heavier. Because cinnamon supports digestive comfort, she felt less pressure in the stomach and more freedom to move. Health should feel light. And for her, lightness was something she thought she would never feel again. As weeks passed, her confidence grew. She no longer feared afternoons. She didn't avoid social activities, errands, or phone calls during that time of day. Instead, she felt sharp, awake, and more present. This emotional shift was just as meaningful as the physical one. Seniors need stability to feel safe, and cinnamon helped her rediscover that safety. The most beautiful part is that she didn't need to change her entire life. She didn't remove foods she loved or create strict rules that made her feel punished. She simply added a natural habit that supported her body. And that's what many seniors want. Not perfection, but support. Something gentle, something real, something that doesn't overwhelm them. Her doctor explained that cinnamon works by supporting insulin sensitivity. That means it helps the body use sugar more effectively instead of letting it float freely in the bloodstream. When sugar is used properly, the body feels calmer, more energized, and more stable. It's like giving your internal system a soft reminder. Here's how to work smoothly again. And for seniors, reminders matter more than force. Cinnamon also has antioxidant properties which help the body handle inflammation, something diabetic seniors often struggle with daily. Inflammation affects energy, movement, digestion, mental clarity, and overall comfort. Reduce inflammation. Reduce suffering. When the body calms down internally, sugar becomes easier to manage. Many seniors underestimate how much inflammation affects everything they feel. She then started sharing her experience with a group from her church, and many of them tried adding cinnamon to their routine as well. They reported better afternoons, reduced crashes, and even improved mood. The body and mind are connected, and when sugar stabilizes, emotions stabilize too. Seniors need this emotional lift. It gives them back a sense of dignity that diabetes often steals from them. One man said he felt more awake inside his body after using cinnamon regularly. He described the sensation as coming out of a fog he didn't know he was living in. This feeling of clarity is one of the most common benefits seniors describe. It allows them to think better, speak better, and move better. And even though it's subtle, it transforms their day. Another woman said cinnamon helped her feel more confident before driving. She used to worry about feeling dizzy or shaky behind the wheel, but with more stable afternoons, she felt safer leaving the house. Safety matters. Seniors value independence deeply, and stable sugar gives them the confidence to live without fear. Cinnamon became her silent partner in staying steady. Many seniors also reported that cinnamon made their evenings easier. When sugar stays balanced in the afternoon, the body doesn't struggle as much at night. This leads to better sleep quality, fewer wake-ups, and a calmer mind. Sleep is deeply connected to sugar. When nights improve, mornings become more predictable, and predictability is priceless for diabetics. Cinnamon blends well with almost anything, which makes it an easy habit to add. Seniors can sprinkle it on apples, mix it with yogurt, stir it into tea, or add it to warm water with lemon. Flexibility keeps habits alive. When a habit feels natural, it becomes part of the day instead of a burden. That's why cinnamon works so well. It adapts to life instead of demanding change. This woman from Georgia said her favorite way to use cinnamon was mixing it into warm water after lunch. It helped her digestion, calmed her stomach, and kept her sugar from rising too fast. She didn't feel sleepy anymore. She didn't feel foggy. She felt present. Being present is one of the greatest gifts seniors can experience as they age. Her family noticed the difference too. She started participating more in conversations, helping around the house, and even walking outside after meals. Movement supports life. When the body feels light and stable, movement becomes easier, and when movement improves, sugar improves. Cinnamon created a gentle circle of progress in her life. Over time, this habit made her afternoons feel peaceful instead of stressful. She told me she no longer feared checking her sugar. Instead, she felt hopeful. Seniors need hope, not empty promises, but real signs that their body can still respond. Cinnamon became her reminder that small steps are enough. What truly moved me was when she said, "I feel like myself again." Diabetes often steals identity by creating cycles of fear, fatigue, and confusion. But when stability returns, identity returns. This emotional recovery is just as powerful as the physical one. It brings life back to the day. She continued using cinnamon daily, adapting it to her routine and enjoying the comfort it brought. She didn't treat it like medicine. She treated it like a companion, something that walked with her through the day. Companionship heals. Seniors need habits that make them feel supported, not judged. She said that even on stressful days, cinnamon helped her stay grounded. Stress raises sugar, but emotional comfort lowers stress, and habits that calm the body indirectly calm the mind. This combination is why cinnamon became so valuable to her. Afternoons that once felt heavy now felt steady. Nights became calmer, mornings became easier, and for the first time in years, she felt that diabetes wasn't controlling every moment of her day. This sense of freedom changed not only her body, but her entire outlook on life. And now, if you want want to understand how to take this improvement even further, combining morning activation with afternoon stability. Stay with me, because I'm leaving one more video on the screen right now, and in it you'll see exactly how to turn these simple habits into a powerful daily routine that supports your sugar in every hour of the day.